Welcome back to another video, guys. Following up from the last video, because as you guys know, I was building my home gym out and something came in a little early today, but I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is until I'm done assembling it. Crazy enough, man, this was supposed to come in Monday and I decided not to pay for Amazon Prime and it came in today, and today is Saturday. So don't pay for Amazon Prime, it's a scam. What's going on, guys? So yeah, that shit pissed me off, but basically I got a dip bar and I'm almost done building it, but as you guys can see, I clearly fucked up. It took me like 40 minutes just to get those 4 screws, so whatever, man. But listen, guys, right now I'm about to get it in. So I was able to do 4 muscle ups with the band, with the highest resistance band. So making great progress, just gotta keep going, man. I don't know what it is, working out in the afternoon, I have more testosterone, more energy to want to do it, because one of the days I tried to do the muscle up in the morning and I couldn't even do one. So just gotta stay consistent. But yeah, making progress there. And in my last video, you guys saw where I was explaining my general workout. And in this video, we're gonna talk about, how has it been living in Austin these 3 months, how I'm making the best of my situation, living here and making Austin my home in a way that makes me feel really good. Obviously, this calisthenic park has been a game changer. I literally was about to go to lift ATX and I just turned around and came back because there's nobody here. So I don't know, I just like having the park to myself, I guess. I mean, I don't mind working out with somebody, but I don't know, maybe I've changed over the years. But let me get it in with this workout and then we'll talk more about the topic at hand. I'm gonna be doing 120 push-ups. We're gonna do 60 pull-ups. I got the 10-pound and the 15-pound, and we could do 30 dips, 30 regular dips. So probably split that up into 3 or 4 sets. So let's get it. Finally, after a couple hours, we got the dip bar done. Now, it's a little wobbly as expected. I was just worried because if you see in the back right here, this thing is what's connecting this piece and this piece. So it's like the bars up here are separate from the rest. Really, it was 4 screws over here that were fucking me up. And then I had to do another 4 screws to connect it, and that's it. And I found a quick way to screw these in because I had to use 2 wrenches at the same time. But it holds up. I'll show you guys a demonstration of how I'm gonna use it. It's not the best for pull-ups, but we can still make it work. And obviously we have the bottom piece right here for push-ups, even though I like to use the parallettes because I can straighten it out. But, it's good to switch it up too. So let me show you guys a demonstration real quick. So your boy decided to move the dip bar out to the porch because you can't really collapse it and I don't have a lot of space in my closet. Plus it'll be great to just work out there as well. I've always wanted to kind of create that space as a workout space as well. but it's been kind of chilly. Today though, it was 80 degrees out. Your boy's been under the weather, unfortunately. For the last couple of days, I've had like a sore throat, but today I'm feeling good. Yesterday though, I had to get it in at the calisthenic park. I reached my 5 muscle ups with the biggest resistance band that I have, and I actually hit my max of 20 pull-ups. So I'm looking forward to breaking those records because I'm trying to get to 25 pull-ups as my max, or even 30. And right now, your boy has graduated to another resistance band. This one's a little bit lighter than the last one. So we got blue right here. The last one was purple. After blue, we got red. And then after red, you notice it gets smaller. We got orange. And then the last one is gonna be yellow. So your boy is not gonna stop until I could do those 5 muscle ups. You know what I'm saying? I also have the addition of this right here. This is a door stopper thing for the resistance bands that I have, so I can do resistance workouts with the resistance bands instead of connecting it to my door handle, because that I probably would have broke that shit low key. You know, I got the bench, and I got another item coming in. I'm just spending so much money right now, it's crazy, but I have a dip bar coming in, so I'm super excited about that. Maybe I'll put this in the vlog, but you guys will definitely see me play around with that in the next video for sure. So that's more collapsible and a little bit smaller and easy to use, and I could travel with it. So that's gonna be in the closet, and that dip bar, I'm gonna end up keeping it, because what I like about that dip bar is that you can stand up straight while you're doing the dip bar, and you can do pull-ups on it. On that one specifically, but again, it's not collapsible, so that's the only annoying thing. Feeling a little bit better today. I'm probably gonna rest, make sure I just do like a run, you know, maybe a 2-mile run or something like that, leg press, do some leg workouts, but I wanna try to attempt to do at least 1 muscle up with this, so I just wanna test that out, so you guys will see that. I'll catch up with you guys soon. So starting with living in ATX, man, I gotta say I love you here. This is definitely the best city I've ever lived in my whole life. I think like any other place though, in the United States or anywhere in the world, you're gonna have some things you don't like about it. But based on my experience living in Jersey, North and South Jersey, based on my experience living in Philly, based on my experience living in Dallas. And by the way, I want you guys to go check out my older videos, living in Dallas, where I kind of broke down how that experience was. And some of my older videos being in Philly, I'll put some links up here. And my experience being fully remote. So living here is great. Only thing is, you know, people can be fake at times when you go to a lot of events, but like the cost of living, you know, the food, I will say though, is really pricey. Shouldn't be as pricey. One thing I really like is that it's great for transplants. You know what I'm saying? People coming from all over the country, obviously the California influence, but that comes with rising prices and food and housing, and you got to be really smart and strategic about where you live at, you know, and where you decide to live at in Austin. But what I like about it is that it's very small, and living right near the trail, I'm able to get around without really driving my car. So don't really have to drive, you know, that's something I miss. Doing in Philly, where I sold my car, I was able to walk around everywhere. But Philly was just so bad, man, the crime and the culture. But here, people are always smiling, they're always friendly for the most part. You just get great energy, you know, cold plunge events, fitness events, but also people can be really fake. That's really my only complaint, is the high food prices and how fake people can be. But through that, I can definitely manage with it, and I can definitely see myself living here for years and years to come. Even though there's times I do want to move back to where my family's at, it's purely off of emotion and not because I miss that area, really. I'm starting to get really comfortable here. So can't complain too much about living in ATX. I'll probably break it down more in another video. Now that I'm a year removed from that, year and some change now, you know, in Dallas, it was hard for me because that was my first time moving that far. But now that I've been here in Texas for a year and some change, I'm more comfortable, you know, being far away. But of course, you know, I want to set myself up here so that maybe I could buy a house out here and then, you know, move back home and have a house out there too, even though technically I do with my mom and everything. But, you know, I will definitely be trying to, you know, spend most of the summer there, maybe a month or two living there and then coming back here. So I'm at peace with it. You know, I do miss my family a lot, do miss my friends a lot, but they're gonna have to come visit me because this place is just too great, you know, for me to just up and leave. So that's how I feel about that. Now, when it comes to working fully remote, I really love it, obviously, because it's changed my life. It's allowed me to move to places like Austin and Dallas and even Philly. But yeah, I will say being fully remote, it can take a toll on your mental health. I touched on this a little bit on how I became a fully remote six-figure earner. Check out that video. I touched on, you know, videos on if remote workers are still here in Austin. I've touched on so many different topics. So you guys gotta definitely check out my channel when it comes to remote work and, you know, how I feel about it. And it's been a life-changing experience. Definitely super isolating, especially because I'm not organizing meetups anymore. And I'm trying to really focus on myself, but also find groups and meetups that are already established, because there's already a lot of co-working space communities. There's already a lot of like CrossFit communities out here. You know, there's a lot going on out here, but I do miss having that control of being an organizer and bringing people together. And I actually just had some guys from my Dallas meetup come visit me. And this was the first time I went out, you know, since I moved here in Austin. Like, I don't really go out like that, like nightlife, you know, that's slowed down for me. I've been focused on working out, especially the last 2 months, and just doing more daytime events, morning events, even though I got to work on that. I really got to work on waking up early. I don't wake up early, but yeah, don't move to a city and be remote. Like try to move. And I've talked about this actually in a previous video. Yeah, I just remembered I made a video on this, on tips while moving while remote. I'm not saying you got to work in person, but you got to strategize that move before you move. That's all I'm gonna say. Try to set yourself up before you move, because this shit sucks when you're fully remote and you don't know anyone and you really got to just explore and figure everything out by yourself. It gets exhausting, but it's also fun. And I've only really made one friend out here, so I really need to push myself to go to more events. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. I just got done building my home gym, so I'm gonna update you guys on that in the next video. I promise this is not gonna just be a workout channel. We're gonna do a little bit of everything, workout and fitness, while being remote work topics. We'll talk more about layoffs, we'll talk about other topics too, and talk about some technical stuff as well. I'll catch you guys up on the certifications too, so there's a lot to talk about. I just need to organize it. So I will catch up with you guys in the next video.